Yo mama jokes. Yo mama is so ugly, when she were born, the doctor didn't know which end to slap. Disgusting jokes. There was a vampire who sucked people's blood for many centuries. God was very angry at the vampire and said to him, "You're going to hell." The vampire fell to his knees and said, "God, I beg of you, give me one more chance to be good." God agreed. Then the vampire said, "I want to be light, fluffy, and white like a cloud." "That seems easy enough," replied God. "I would also like to have wings like an angel." "Okay," replied God. Since God had said yes to all his requests, the vampire decided to ask for a very greedy request. "God, if possible, could you let me suck a little blood?" "Sure," replied God, "but only once a month." And he turned the vampire into a maxi pad with wings. Kids jokes. "Kid, please could I go to the toilet?" "Teacher, say the alphabet." "Kid. Abdifgijklmnokrstovuxi's." "Teacher, where's the P?" "Kid, running halfway down my leg." Chuck Norris jokes. The opening scene of the movie Saving Private Ryan is loosely based on games of dodgeball Chuck Norris played in 2nd grade. Disgusting jokes. A young couple is out for a romantic Valentine's Day walk along a country lane. They walk hand in hand, and as they stroll, the lad's lustful desire rises to a peak. He is just about to get frisky when she says, "I hope you don't mind, but I really do need to take a piss." Slightly taken aback by this vulgarity, he suggests she go behind a nearby hedge. She nods in agreement and disappears behind the shrubbery. As he waits, he can hear the sound of her tight panties rolling down her long legs and imagines what is being exposed. Unable to contain his animal thoughts a moment longer, he reaches through a gap in the foliage, and his hand touches her leg. He quickly brings his hand further up her thigh, until suddenly, and with great astonishment, he finds himself gripping a long, thick appendage that's hanging between her legs. He shouts in horror, "My God! Claudette, I had no idea you were actually a man." "No, you don't understand," she replies. "I changed my mind, I'm taking a crap instead." Alcohol jokes. Two girls were comparing boyfriends. "Mine's the best," said the first. "I call him 7 Up because he's 7 inches long and he's always up." "Oh yeah!" exclaimed the other, "I call my boyfriend Jack Daniels because he's the best hard liquor there is." Alcohol jokes. 3 women left separately after a very late night out drinking Guinness until the early hours. They met the next day for an early pint, and compared notes about who had been the most drunk. The first gal claims that she was the drunkest, saying, "I drove straight home, walked into the house, and as soon as I got through the door, I blew chunks." To which the second gal replied, "You think that was drunk? I got in my car, drove out of the parking lot, and wrapped my car around the first tree I saw. I don't even have insurance." And the third proclaimed, "I was by far the most drunk. I got home, I go in a big fight with my husband, knocked a candle over and burned the whole house down." They all looked at each other for a moment. Then the first gal says, "Ladies, I don't think you understand. Chunks is my dog." Disgusting jokes. A man farts in bed next to his wife. His wife asks, "What in the world was that?" He replies, "Touchdown. I'm winning, 7-0. She decides to get even, so she lets one loose. He yells at her, "What was that?" She replies, "Touchdown, tie score." He wants to get her back, but he tries so hard he sh**ts. In bed, the wife asks, now what in the world was that? He replies, half time. Switch sides. Animal jokes. Man decides to buy a pet, but does not know what he wants as a pet, so he goes to the pet shop in search of a pet. He sees cats in a cage, dogs on another cage, spiders, rabbits, frogs, birds, fish in aquariums, and finally he sees a very colorful parrot in the corner of the store, and he goes to the area where the parrot was, and salesman asks him, "Are you interested in this parrot?" The man says, "Does he talk?" The salesman says, "If you pull his left leg he will say the Our Father, and if you pull his right leg, he will say the Hail Mary." The man says, "What will the parrot say if I pull both legs at the same time?" The parrot says, "I'll fall on my ass, stupid." Disgusting jokes. Prostitute 1, tonight's my night, I can smell CK in the air. Prostitute 2, oh, sorry, I burped.